In a few months' time, snow will blanket the Great Peaks just to our west, but for now, summer still in full swing at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Denver Broncos. On the Titans sideline, head coach Brian Callahan. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy. And off we go from Denver. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he will take this one back all the way inside the 35.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special team set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central Cast and Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short of 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week one. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. They fake the handoff, now Ward. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Ward. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Escaping the pressure right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play action, here's Nix. completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
18 more yards. That's another Broncos.
Now it's Nix. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Nix to the air. Over the middle, it's complete. This now a 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Denver Broncos.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Draymond Jones. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him.
Got a man open, it's Sutton. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Looks good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos 14.
A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
For the Broncos.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
A loss of a yard brings up second down at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on second down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken on the 25. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Their drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Titans' 39-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So third and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll go play action with Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
57-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, maybe that's the spark that they needed here, Charles. Trailing, but a big block. We'll see if that swings the momentum a bit.
You mentioned the word spark. I'm just wondering, as they went off the field and the offense was coming out, did one of those special teams members say, hey, obviously we haven't given up on this one. We've given you a little bit of a spark. What are you going to do with it?
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. The tight end in motion right. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
He was brought down by Drew.
Second and 7.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down at their 48-yard line.
All play action, Ward. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Here's Ward. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Pollard. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 50.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up third down.
On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Here's Nix. And he is going to lose yardage here. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Out come the Titans now. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. To throw, here's Ward. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down at the 37.
Play action. It's Ward. And the Broncos get there and take him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
I know we don't have a special scoreboard to show it, but the offense, they've surrendered more sacks than they have points thus far. This defense, they're winning in all phases of the game right now.
Now Ward. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. It's been a good 1st half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's first and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 34. He completes this to Sutton. Now second and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
A handoff running left is Dobbins. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it fourth down.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
From the 41, here's a second down and 9. Throwing now, Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Throwing is Ward. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
46-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 8. Throwing Nix. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
He steps out of bounds behind.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. Here's Jeremy Crawshaw now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So you're saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That's into the hands of Iomanner. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. To throw is Ward. That is caught. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Tennessee.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And shutting him off, now open field. Still going. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up second down. Ward. Oh, a poor throw there, and it's intercepted. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
4 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Now it's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Nix from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
An 8-yard gain.
The final shot before break. Moore. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Calvin Ridley. A gain of a yard. Brings up second down.
Here's Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20. And the Titans
off the play fake, Ward. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, Ward. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Returning right back to Lockett. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down. At the Broncos.
To the air again, Ward. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From the gun, Ward. This will be caught at about the 5. From the 5, second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4. At the 5.
Here's Ward. Steps away. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
An extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Broncos first down.
Off the bootleg, here's Nix. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
15 yards. That's another Broncos first down.
Nix to the air. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Nix to throw again. Open man right side is Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. To throw is Nix. And he's got it. Touchdown Broncos. Marvin Mims, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And the Titans first down.
And they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with the loss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And 3 at the 38-yard line.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. Left side complete to Lockett. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Titans.
Now Ward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go to the keeper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd down and 6 now. Throwing is Ward. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw, here's Ward. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. They'll run with Pollard. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Titans 14.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Oh, nice move. Still going inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try it with Estime. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big...
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Broncos are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The quick feet by Jackson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Recovered by the offense.
Trying to run forward, Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Going for it, here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. To throw is Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Ward. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing now, Ward. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 70 yards on the ground here for Pollard. This is a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Flushed out right. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Cam Ward making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Pollard will take it up the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 6. This complete to Lockett. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Titans first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chig Okonkwo from 21 yards away. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Tennessee score. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball. I said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 9. Another run here to Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. And it'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
At the Titans' 42-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line.
Good for a Broncos first down. First and 10.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now it's Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Third and 3.
Throwing Nix. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Denver Broncos. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Sliding out of the pocket, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Bo Nix with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Now a give here to Pollard. Nice move at the 40. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the shotgun, it's Ward. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly a must. It's first and 10. Here's Ward. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
First down.
Ward now working out of the gun. He'll complete this one. Buakakwo. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 10-yard line.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. And this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Denver's offense now set to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Denver, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile,